any EMS for more than a day after an entire crew resigned Monday morning. Nearby counties needed to help out with those calls, and last night county leaders figured out a fix to get 2 EMS units ready to respond to calls again. And Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital has introduced a first-of-its-kind ambulance here in the state. They're calling it Angel 7, and it offers ECMO transport, which is a form of life support that does the work the heart and lungs do while giving the body time to rest and recover. So by adding Angel 7 to their fleet, it supports the hospital's growing neonatal and pediatric transport team and allows them to deliver a high level of care to patients sooner and throughout transport.
If you need to catch a bus in Nashville Monday, availability will be different because of Memorial Day. WeGo Public Transit will operate buses and access vans on a Sunday holiday schedule. Regional bus service and the WeGo Star train won't run.
All right, cornhole and music doesn't get much better than that, and Craig Campbell's Celebrity Cornhole Challenge and concert is set for June 6th.
Artists and celebrities, including Craig and his wife, Mindy Campbell, are teaming up to compete for a trophy and bragging rights, and fans can place bids on the team they think will win and be the big winners. Then a free concert set to follow. It's going to be from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 6 in Peabody in downtown Nashville. The event benefits the Kenny Campbell Foundation, which raises money for colorectal cancer research. And another edition is coming to the Nashville skyline, and it's getting its inspiration from across the pond.
That's right. Nicole Johnson's live in Sobro for us this morning. So Cole, good morning. What can we expect?
Hey guys, good morning. Well, we're going to add one more thing to do in Nashville because we don't have enough yet. This is going to be adding to that Nashville skyline that is ever expanding, and we're talking about that British style lawn bowling. And if you take a look at your screen now, we're going to show you a little bit about what this is going to look like once it's all put together. So you can see that this is a partnership between Eshelman Construction and the owner of Bad Axe Throwing. They're creating an entertainment venue called the Fog Street Lawn Club. It's going to have multiple levels and is set to open next spring. The construction company says they're going to be breaking ground on this soon. The rooftop lawn is going to be 6,000 square feet, and the address will be at 7th Avenue South and Fog Street. There's going to be 8 lanes, aka rinks, plus a rooftop pub, an indoor soccer and rugby pub, and a pub on the ground level. So definitely an exciting thing adding to the skyline. But guys, I do have a question for you. Do you know how to play? Have you played? I think I've done it once, but we do have a little bit of time to brush up if you guys haven't yet.
Good, because I have no idea.
I don't either.
What we're talking about.
Lawn bowling.
But
sounds
yeah,
fun.
Hey, let's get it.
I think Cole needs to learn, and then he can teach all of
I
us,
agree.
and then we can do it.
Another reason to go to the rooftops.
Yes,
That's
right.
right.
I'm kidding. And
Nashville.
Sobro.
Amy. Don't say so, bro. Coming up, the stories that caught our eye.
A Clarksville man who's devoted to giving up himself to help others is about to hit a remarkable milestone. We'll share more of his story next. Welcome back. It's one of our favorite segments. It's time for the stories that caught our eye. And I want to share with you this morning a man devoted to giving the gift of life. And when we say giving of himself, we mean it literally. Clarksville Now reports that 85-year-old Raymond Swadley, a retired postal worker, has been donating blood for the past 65 years. And this week is set to reach the 44-gallon threshold. That's about 44 gallons of blood. Swadley is a retired postal worker donating unit after unit of whole blood since he was 21, and he is now up to 346 pints.
Wow.
And of course, quite an achievement and a big thank you for giving. Blood saves lives, and guys, no telling how many countless lives he alone has helped save.
Such a selfless thing. That
Yes.
It is, yeah. I mean,
agree.
my arm's tingling and I'm
know.
lightheaded thinking about all that blood, but I'm glad he's doing it.
Me too.
It is important to do. I'm just not great with the needles and.
Yeah, I know a lot of us aren't,
Yeah.
but when you can,
Yeah, for sure.
it's easier for
know.
you, like him, just keep doing it.
I don't know what
amazing.
it is, guys, but whenever I tell that when I have to do and donate, you know, I'm like, hey, can y'all take it easy? I mean, I'm not great with needles. I feel like they really stick me.
I'm like, can I
God,
have
you got me good.
pediatric needle, please?
I don't know why. Do I have that effect on people? All right. Well, guys, the home improvement boom that peaked during COVID appears to be softening just a bit. So consumers are spending less at 2 major home improvement retailers, both Lowe's and Home Depot. They put off projects or buying less components to complete them because people are out more. So Home Depot posted some disappointing sales last week, and Lowe's lowered its outlook for the year Tuesday. Analysts say the slowing housing market is also lowering the number of home improvement projects. And I was surprised because, I went to the Home Depot not long ago, had to get some seed from my mud, my dirt.
Yeah, your dirt.
And it was packed, it was like a Sunday
a ton of
after
people
church.
there. Yeah.
But so maybe Nashville's the exception because our market's still all right. But I do think people are now out and about and less concerned about what their house looks like.
It surprises
that's
me
true.
too, because in my neighborhood, I feel like every single older home is getting flipped.
Yeah.
And there's just so much work is going on.
Those materials cost a lot more now too.
Yeah.
So that could be one of the reasons why people have slowed down a little in some places, as we
That's why you skipped the pool and got yourself a nice garden hose.
That's right.
with the
I want a
grandkids.
pool so badly. And the other day, my grandkids were out in the yard with a hose. And I thought, well,
Here.
make the best of
You
it.
do what you got to do,
Exactly.
Amy.
That's
They
right.
still love it. They still love the water. Okay, Uber is testing out a new plan with a Robo taxi company. They're partnering with Waymo. It's offering Uber rides with the option to schedule rides in Waymo's Robo taxis. Waymo makes autonomous driving technology. I don't know if I said that right, but their vehicles do not have human drivers at the wheel. That's what it means. The company says it's going to start in Arizona. We don't know how many robo taxis will be out or if they plan to expand into other areas eventually. I think this is interesting. Would you get in a taxi that doesn't have a human driver? Just let it drive you somewhere.
No.
I don't think I would
wouldn't.
either.
No,
You wouldn't?
Absolutely
See, I'm
not.
all on board
No, of
with the
course.
robo driver.
If anybody was going to be, it's you.
That's
I
not
don't want to make
surprising.
small talk with the driver. I'm
Yeah.
always
Oh.
in trouble too.
You don't want to talk to someone?
That's shocking.
I know,
is.
because all of a sudden I'm in a conversation. Like, I'll just be polite and I'm like, hey, how's your day going? And then all of a sudden I'm like, just trying to look at my phone, and then it's like, oh man.
But now you know how we feel.
So true.
Yeah, well, you're right.
Okay.
Just
No lies
kidding.
detected.
I love you.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I'm going to shut up the rest of the show.
Okay, yes, because it's time to do the weather now, so Ben needs to be quiet so I can tell you about your day. This morning, temperatures feel really good, 60s, 70s out there right now. As we get into the afternoon, notice we're going to get down into the 80s with just a couple of showers and thunderstorms expected through the day. Here's what everybody wants to know, your Memorial Day weekend forecast. We've been talking about rain chances leading into Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We're still keeping them just at 20%, so that means all your outdoor activities, whatever you're doing, whether it be Saturday, Sunday, or Monday on the holiday itself, I think it's looking pretty good at the moment, again, with temperatures hanging on in the 80s all the way through the weekend. 74 is where we're at right here in Nashville. We've got sunshine out there. Had one little isolated shower that's been riding along I-40, but otherwise we are nice and dry in the upper 60s right now in Murfreesboro, warming up nicely over towards Camden, 67 right now, already seeing those 70s over towards McMinnville and Columbia. So 80s is where we're headed for the afternoon, looking at 83 in Clarksville, 83 in Dixon, 84 here in the city, a little bit cooler in those higher elevations, but that's to be expected. 79 Cookeville, 77 for a high today, looking over in Crossville. So that one little isolated shower I mentioned, it's almost out of the viewing area. Some spots just south of Camden, north Parsons there in Decatur County, still seeing a little bit of that rain, but the rest of us are nice and dry through the afternoon today. That's really going to be the story. Most of us go through the entire day really without seeing any rain at all, but there could be just a little pockets of showers here and there for the lucky few that maybe get some rain cooled air this afternoon. All in all, humidity levels still feeling pretty good, even though we'll stay warm heading into Thursday. No rain expected tomorrow, about 83 degrees, 80 on Friday, staying in those low 80s, guys, through the weekend.
All right, Heather, thank you so much. All right, many of us have been enjoying the warm weather, but with that comes a pesky bug. Nick Barris will join us as we prepare for tick season.
That's funny. Welcome back. Well, it's that time of year, guys. The weather warms, you work the yard, or maybe you head out on a hike, and if you're smart, you return home and you check your body.
Check your body.
You do, yeah.
Nick Barris is going to tell us why we should.
I know, checking the body.
Okay.
Look, I'm itching my legs right now. I got my first tick bite
man.
yesterday.
That's a shame.
And it's that time of year right now. It's the season, as you just
Yeah.
said. Ticks are out in force. And yeah, I plucked this tick right off with the tweezers. But everyone has a different technique. Ben's talking about a match.
That's right.
All right, we'll talk about that in a moment. The state is predicting a heavy spring and summer for ticks. They're already out in force. The best bet is always cover up if you can. Use bug spray and then check yourself, as Ben said, for ticks. Best to find and remove them before they bite. You know, you'll feel them walking up your leg. They do monitor a site if you get bitten. I've had my share of bites over the years. Lucky that I never had any tick-related illness. But as you know, they can carry Lyme disease, Rocky Mountain spouting fever. Folks even develop allergies to beef.
My mother did. Beef
After getting
and
a-
pork.
You're kidding.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Never heard
Is that
that.
more
Yeah.
recent? Because I remember, I think you told me that
Yeah.
once, and I Googled it, and yeah, beef and pork allergies after a tick bite.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she still has it, actually.
So just
But-
watch for those
Yeah.
kind of things.
So talk about the matches.
Yeah, the match.
Back where I grew up in my parts, we lit a match.
Yes.
Yeah, you blow out the
Right.
flame, and then you just stick it right there on the tick's back, and then it just
releases.
back
Yeah,
out.
then it releases. That way,
this
I'm
is
not
don't burn your
advising
leg
that,
at
by
the
the
same
way.
time. Right.
Kids, you be careful out there with your matches.
I think you're the only person who knows.
Right, just
So-
pluck it
Yeah.
off.
Oh my God.
I wasn't the only one back home, that's for sure.
Well, Nick,
Those
thank you.
scars all over your legs.
Well, keep watching that bite you got.
I
We
will.
want you to be okay.
You got
Yeah,
it.
we'd hate that for anything to happen.
Well, lots of people have plans to enjoy activities outside this summer, but that can be hard when there's poor air quality. So in today's This Day in History, we're going to a clean air fair in 2007. Folks could take advantage of a free emission testing for their cars, and experts were available to answer questions and offer ways to help bring down the ozone level. That day was in the orange category, which is unhealthy for sensitive groups. They say carpooling and taking public transportation are a few ways you can help.
Such as using compact fluorescent bulbs would be one thing. Making sure that your tires are properly inflated is another.
May is Air Quality Awareness Month, and the Clean Air Fair came as part of the month-long effort to make the air we breathe cleaner and safer for just about everybody.
Yes. And we're heading into summertime, which we
Yes.
always get air quality alerts as we
we
go
do.
into summer when it's hot, sunshine,
Yeah.
and it's just, yeah.
Should I pay attention to those?
Well,
Usually
yeah.
I'll see one. I'm like, that's a shame. But,
yeah.
I mean,
You know,
what,
but
what
if
am I
you
supposed to do?
if you are in a sensitive group, if you have
Yeah.
respiratory problems,
Okay.
kids, elderly,
Yeah.
you know,
All right.
just limit your
Okay.
time
Well,
outside.
yeah, the more you know. I'm
Yeah,
learning as
that's
I go.
All right, well, we have more tips for your weekend barbecue coming up right after this.
My defense, I was looking at the picture. Welcome back. Many families are getting the grill ready.